Greetings and welcome you to your Oracle reading for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out the video, checking out the channel. The reason why I'm here is because you're here. So I appreciate you, I thank you, and I love you. And if you haven't heard that from anybody recently, you can't say it anymore because I just said it. I love you. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a collective reading and it is timeless. So whenever you come across this video, however and whenever you find it, it is the right time for you to be getting that message. We are going through the Enchanted Map Oracle cards deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And today's card is card number 13. Solitude. And this should be a very interesting reading. Obviously, the first thing I do before I go through the reading that's in the book is we want to get the message that's coming from the card directly. We've asked for clarification or guidance, confirmation on something we're working on, or something's going to come up today or in the next few days. Sometimes these readings last a little bit longer. And as I said, they're timeless, so they last as long as they need to last. And just the idea of being in solitude for a lot of people is scary. As a general rule, solitude meant danger when we were cave people, when we were first getting our stuff together as human beings for the race, for the collective. There just wasn't that much experience of being alone that was successful. Usually folks that were alone, just like most other animals in the wild, when you're alone, you have nobody to back you up. You have nobody to be looking out for you and helping you. You don't have a mentor. You don't have none of that. You're all alone. You're not supported. So solitude a lot of times can feel very scary. But that's not, we have evolved past that point. We are no longer needing to be afraid of being alone. Having said that, I see tons of YouTube videos all the time on channels that just keep recycling old material into new channel names, right? That whole process, I don't want to throw shade on people specifically. Whatever they're doing is fine for them. Okay? But there's a lot of videos out there, there's a lot of talk out there about how you have to be alone. If you're going to find your path, you have to be alone. You can't be with anybody else. And if you aren't with anybody else, if you don't have friends, if you have trouble making friends, if you have trouble keeping relationships, the reason why is because you're an amazingly spiritual being. I don't agree with that. I'm not going to say that that is true or untrue. I'm simply going to say I don't agree with that. I am in a very successful relationship, and it's one that I manifested, one that my partner and I both manifested together. There is something amazing in partnerships, in family, in tribe, in the collective. And we are not ever alone, even if we feel like we are alone, because we are all quantumly entangled with each other in this present lifetime that we are in right now, but we are also connected to all of the previous lifetimes that we may have experienced, if that's what you believe in or not. There's other people that have lived other lives besides us in the past, and they will in the future, and we are all connected regardless of the timelines because of that quantum field, because that's where we live. The 3D reality is a quantum reality. We are quantumly entangled one with another. There is nothing that you or I or anybody does, thinks, feels, says that does not affect everybody, that does not affect reality itself. So even when you feel you are at your most aloneness, your most separateness, you don't feel connected to anything at all, anybody, nothing. Even in that place, you're still not alone because you are an eternal spirit being who is just for the moment temporarily residing in this very fragile, very precious physical vessel of the body. But your eternal self is always within that body, around that body, connected to that body. And through that higher self, through that eternal connection, bam, you're right away, then you're just reconnected to the collective. So even though you may feel alone, you are not. So having said that, let me go through the actual energy and the messages coming from the image. And feel free, if you don't have an interactive screen, go ahead and put your hand right on the screen on the card. And because your hand has tons and tons of chakras in there, tons of receptors that can get the energy directly from the image as well as what I'm saying and listening to my words. So if you have an interactive screen, obviously just put your hand over it if you feel like it. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay? Don't do anything that doesn't feel right to you, especially in these readings. Always. Don't do something just because I told you to do it. I may be a little bossy sometimes, but that's, it's just the messages, whatever that I'm getting, I'm just sending right on to you. I'm not trying to filter them and think about what I'm saying. It's like automatic writing. It's automatic talking. It's what channeling's all about. So looking at the image of the card, first of all, we have the number 13. 13 is an extremely powerful number all by itself. 12 disciples plus 1, Jesus, right? We have 13 lunar cycles in every calendar year, in every year of our solar orbit, right? Our orbit around the sun. And the number 13 also reduces down to a 4. And 4s are portal cards. They're a double 2, basically. You have 2 sets of double 11s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. 4 is the door. 4 is the door, and we've got a door right here. So this is a portal card. We are being invited and encouraged to step into a new level, step into a new agreement with ourselves. Solitude is something we all need to have on a daily basis. So if you're in a relationship or you're in a combined family living situation where being alone is actually kind of problematic for you, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There are times where you just need to get away from everybody else's noise and have some alone time. This is where we heal. This is where we have a chance to be mindful of who we are being, who we are becoming, who we have been, what we've been doing, how it's working out or not working out, doing some evaluation, asking for guidance and clarification on things. That's where it happens, is in solitude, in being alone. And we have a beautiful image here. There is nothing but light around this little building. It looks like it's got water surrounding it, so very calm. I feel a lot of earth energy with the water, with the air, with the mist going around the little tower. It's a very, very special place that you have inside of you where you know you are safe. You can think anything you want and feel any way you want. You don't want to be staying in negative energy necessarily for too long, right? But you are safe to vent. You are safe to, get rid of all of that stuff. Release what no longer serves you in those quiet times. First thing in the morning is a great time because you're getting ready for the day, you're getting set up for the day, you can set yourself up for success. You can do the same thing at night before you go to bed too. Just have 5 minutes where you're just contemplating how things went throughout the day and how you'd like things to go for the next day. And set yourself up for success. This all happens from that place of solitude. Solitude is a gift. It's not a punishment. Okay. So having said all of that, let's take a look in the book. I haven't actually seen what's in here, so we're going to be reading it together for the first time, you and I. So here we go. Card number 13, Solitude. Oh my gosh. All right. I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. Meditation is required when you receive the Solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period of conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take your focus off of your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much needed rest and time out. Well, that's pretty simple and straightforward. I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. And you'll replenish your spirit and your energy with this time out, with this rest period. So exactly. Yep. Well, some cards are pretty self-explanatory just by the image, right? And as always, we get caught up in the stuff happening in the world and all sorts of crazy news, political stuff and environmental stuff, and so many things to be paying attention to and worrying about and trying to, figure out what you need to be doing for 20 million different things. Just turn off the noise. Turn off everything for 5 minutes every day. Make that commitment to yourself. Doesn't matter what time of day, morning, lunchtime, evening, don't care. If you pick a time that works for you and stay consistent with it, you're going to see the most amazing things happen. If you take that 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, guys. Okay? You've got time for everybody else and everything else. Let's take 5 minutes for you. So that's the reading that I've got for you for today. If you're still with me, I always forget this. If you feel so inclined to like and or subscribe to the video and or channel, I don't get any money from these videos and I never will have this channel be monetized ever. But it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find this channel. And I'll let you in on a little secret. If you are still with me here in this video, you get a little bonus. I have a goal for the channel, and it's kind of a silly goal. I don't, like I said, I've never want to be making any money off of this channel. If I have 1,000 subscribers, I can turn the ads off. I can set up a quote unquote monetized channel and then turn all the ads off if I have 1,000 subscribers, but I can't do anything with it and now until I get that. So that's my goal, is just to get the ads off for you guys. So if you want to join me in that, that's fine. I love you. It doesn't matter. It's just my silly little thing. But like I said, if you stuck with me that far, you get that little bit of personal ideas from me on the channel. Feel free to leave comments if you would like anything in particular from this channel. Tarot readings, daily tarot readings. I don't do those as a general rule. Obviously, I do the weekly ones. I don't know. I've considered doing live things. I've got, very rudimentary camera stuff because it's, just me funding this and I don't want money from anybody. The messages come through regardless of I was going to say the platform, but that's not right. Regardless of how it happens, the technology that's involved. The less technology for me, the more clear my message is. So that's the main reason why you guys get these static images rather than looking at my hands waving around or, doing whatever with the image of the card somewhere on the table and you can't see it for spit, right? I want you guys to have the best image possible for the best clarity on whatever the messages are that are coming through. So if there's anything that you'd like the channel to do in particular, open the community page up and have messages or anything like that, just let me know. Alrighty? So there's the little public service announcement, PSA, for the day. I love you. I know I said that at the beginning, and I'm still saying it, and I'm going to keep on saying it, and I'm always going to be saying it. There's never going to be a time where I'm not going to be saying it. I love you. You are amazing. You really are. Take that 5 minutes and just give yourself that quiet time. Turn off everything. You don't even have to think. Just stop thinking. If a little thought goes through your head, just let it keep on going like a cloud drifting across the sky. Give yourself 5 minutes. Put it on a timer so you're not worried about getting lost in the time and forgetting to, go to work or whatever. Don't worry about that. All right? Set a timer for 5 minutes. Give yourself that time. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.